15 sacrifices you must make to become rich. To be rich, you've got to act as the rich do. If you want to be rich, there will be a lot of sacrifices on your way to the top. Brace yourself as I explain you the brutal sacrifices you have to make to be rich like Richie Rich. While some win the lottery and others inherit their wealth, many people reach their high peak of massive wealth by sacrificing a lot on their journey to get rich. Yes, you guessed it right, this isn't going to be an easy read and most will find this quite stressful, for the ordinary. It may seem impossible, but if you think you're not ordinary and want to get rich and have massive wealth from life, you need to know one thing: there are a lot of sacrifices. If you're up for it, I wish you luck. I believe you can do this. Hello and welcome to Steel Mentality, where future billionaires come for inspiration. Here we talk about business, entrepreneurship, personal development, psychology, money, success, and much more. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're interested and turn on the notification bell. We post a video every weekend to help you become the best version of yourself. 15 brutal sacrifices you must make if you want to get rich. 1. Drive an old car. Most famously successful and rich individuals were asked the one sacrifice they easily remember doing. More than 40% said driving an old car. This not only refers to buying a car, but any expense, be it big or small, must be avoided. If you think about it, you don't need a new iPhone or new earphones, laptops, clothes, jewelry, and the list goes on and on. Save all of this money and reinvest it back in your wealth creation funnel. If it ain't broke, don't buy a new one. Poor people stay poor trying to get rich by buying expensive things, while the rich keep getting rich by not buying the things poor do. 2. Rent the cheapest apartment. You'll have to live frugally till the point you accumulate massive wealth to spend on whatever you like. Renting or paying a mortgage is by far the most expensive expense a person could have. Think of ways you can eliminate it. All of the money you save can be reinvested in your company or saved for your future. Jacob Lumby and his wife used to save 80% or more of their income by staying in mobile homes to avoid the expensive costs of renting or buying a real house. If you're willing to make a sacrifice as they did, you're on the right track. Keep going. 3. Travel only to the grocery store. Sucks, doesn't it? No travel till you make it big. Well, that's the truth. Traveling to even a nearby town uses some cash, and when you're in a state of financial success, there is very little, if any, space for wants. The only place you should and can travel freely is your grocery store. Bring fresh foods and try keeping a healthy diet in check. Traveling is comfort which will come after many years of you constantly trying to achieve your dreams, once you're at the place where you want to be. Traveling to new countries and staying in the best of houses will be your daily routine. For maintaining social distancing from friends and family, the road to financial success is so difficult that it's almost impossible to give time to anyone else other than the things that get you rich. Cutting off those friends who try to pull you down is obvious. They are toxic and maintaining a distance from them is the best way. You might have heard a lot of self-made millionaires and billionaires saying that the greatest thing about being rich is that they get to spend time with their friends and family as much as they'd like without fearing or losing money or being fired from the job. Start observing these people and you'll see that they don't have to get married and have children in their 20s, though there are a few exceptions to this. I know it sounds crazy, but the path to financial riches demands your undivided attention and complete focus on the things that make you rich. Everything else is secondary. 5. Health. I am a big believer in staying healthy and eating healthy, but this video isn't about that, isn't it? So here's the brutally honest sacrifice you need to make to get rich. Your health takes a toll. The cycle is so weird. Most rich individuals focus all their efforts on getting rich and ignoring their health, and once they are rich, they use their money to get in shape, eat healthy, and practice healthy habits. But if you eat healthy food every day, won't you have a healthy lifestyle? Sort of. It's the stress that spoils your health, not the food. Yes, you can eat highly nutritious foods, but the stress you have and the countless sleepless nights due to overexhausting yourself, constantly thinking about your success and failures, will surely take a heavy toll on your health. The only way to get past this is by managing the stress and sleeping more while eating healthy. 6. Entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. May I blow your mind with an amazing fact? You don't need to binge watch all 12 seasons of The Big Bang Theory, plus, if you're determined to be rich. Entertainment shouldn't even be the last thing in your mind. Once you start watching your favorite series, mine's Friends, you're not going to stop, thus wasting a lot of your precious time, and by now I hope you know that time is more important than money. Entertainment doesn't have to be binge watching, know what yours is and stop it altogether. You don't need to spend time on social media unless your business needs social media presence. You don't need to watch movies unless you want to become a producer. Maybe some entertainment for the time you should reward yourself is okay, but don't exceed it. 7. Your hobbies. Hobbies are the perfect de-stressing agents, are they? And that's why we all should have a hobby, but to maintain a hobby, it needs your time, efforts, brain, all of which should completely focus on getting you to the goal you want to reach. Sure, if your hobby is your road to financial riches, put your best efforts and spend time and financial resources on improving your hobby, but if it's not, don't think twice before you slowly stop spending time on your hobbies. A hobby should be the last thing on your mind. Maybe once you get rich, spending time doing what you want is fine, but when you're broke or just getting started, believe me, don't do it. 8. Your time. Time is money. I bet you've heard it all the time, especially from your parents. Well, good news, they aren't completely wrong. Time is more valuable than money. You may not have money to fund your business, but if you can put in the countless hours, you can make it big, or someone else can fund your business knowing that you put in the hours. The amount of time you may take to make it big depends on your emotional intelligence, the time you take to learn, your focus levels, and the volume of work you're willing to do every day to get to that point. Ask yourself this simple question: are you ready to eat cheap food for several years, to eat gourmet food once you get rich for the rest of your life? 9. Sleep. Do you know how many hours Elon Musk sleeps, or Dwayne Johnson, or countless other people who want to reach new heights? I'm positive it is way less than the hours you sleep. Yes. Sleep is essential, and a good night's sleep results in higher productivity, but do you know what also results in more productivity? The amount of time you work. So cutting down on sleep to utilize those hours working is the ideal thing you should do when you're on your path to financial riches. That doesn't mean you sleep for 4 hours and work for 8, leaving 12 hours not accounted for. Instead of sleep for 5 to 6 hours, work for 14 to 16 hours is something you would consider doing if being wealthy is a serious goal for you. Dwayne Johnson, even though he is a wealthy person, sleeps only for 3 to 5 hours a day, the rest, he hustles. 10. Parties and fun gatherings. This goes without saying, late-night parties, fun gatherings, or any sort of entertainment end up costing you a lot of time and even money, cause you need to dress good, pay entry fees for a pub, maybe buy a gift and spend on traveling. Not only that, but the next day you're all tired and sleepy because of lack of sleep, tiredness due to partying. Now you're in no mood of working, resulting in one full day wasted on nothing. And why? Just because you wanted to attend a party. Don't do this to yourself. Even the little you sleep, make sure you sleep well. The little you work is way better than no work at all. When all your friends are having fun, you're hustling. When all your friends are drinking booze, you're working hard to be rich one day. Your dreams and aspirations are way bigger than theirs. Don't sell yourself short. The next time your friends invite you for a party, politely say no. 11. Impatience and low self-esteem. Good things take time, great things take a very long time. Understand this principle very carefully. Don't expect getting amazing results by just putting in 3 to 4 months on hard work. The average person takes about 7 to 10 years to have a net worth of $1 million. You will get rich, but it won't happen next month, maybe not even next year. It will take time, but you'll surely get great results. Low self-esteem will pull you away from your goal. So keep your head up high and maintain high self-esteem at all times. 12. Change your thinking. The difference between the rich and the poor is the way that they think. Successful people think differently from people that are less successful. Let me share with you a little story. One day, a shoe company sent 2 of their best salesmen to a remote village. Upon getting there, they noticed the villagers do not have shoes, they're all barefoot. One of the salesmen went back and reported there's no market available. while the other salesman requested a truckload of shoes. Now, the difference between the two marketers is the way they think. One saw a stumbling block, while the other saw an opportunity for a fresh new market. If you really want to be successful in life, you need to think and see opportunities differently. 13. Being a people pleaser. The late CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs, once said, "If you want to make everyone happy, don't be a leader, sell ice cream." If you're a yes man and always feel the urge to please everyone, there's a high chance you will never be rich. When you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, you are a leader, and being a leader means taking hard decisions. Continually saying yes to people's requests or demands leads them into making more requests and demands because they know you will never say no. If you're a people pleaser, stop looking for people's validation, learn to build your own self-confidence. Note that it is okay to say no in life. If you find it difficult to say no to people, practice saying no in front of a mirror. Learn to be a little selfish and put yourself first, and remember, no one has made it in life by being a people pleaser, that is, unless you're a butler. 14. Comfort. The luxury lifestyle, the first-class travels, the private jets, the most expensive cars, that is the end result of living way below your means for several years or decades. Unless you are born rich, you have to struggle to get there, and sacrifices must be made. Sacrifice comfort for your personal development and long-term growth. You don't need to be spending your money on a new iPhone when you have a working phone. You don't need a bigger apartment in your 20s or 30s. Cut down on rent. Use the remaining on something more productive. Poor people spend money trying to look rich, while rich people are busy getting rich and richer by acting like they are poor. There is no need for early comfort. You need to focus on yourself first, and getting rich or wealthy is all about delivering value or getting the job done. Sacrifices. It is not about trying to be the most popular person. 15. Invest more money. You won't get rich just by putting money aside. Please let it work for you. Because what Jeff Bezos can do, you can do on a much smaller scale. Shares are a particularly attractive investment that can pay for itself in the long term if you have the right risk management. The rule of thumb is to never put all your eggs in one basket. Instead, look for a broadly diversified, secure block of shares. In addition to shares, you should also invest in other forms of investment. Real estate is popular and also a suitable means of becoming rich. However, these usually require a higher initial capital to be able to invest in the first place. When it comes to investments, it is always advisable to seek expert advice. In case of doubt, they can help you to develop the right investment strategy, answer questions, and help you to overcome uncertainties. Sacrifice today to get rich tomorrow. The road to riches isn't an easy one. You need to cut costs all the time, avoid spending on something you don't need, save as much as you can, maintain a budget, resist temptations, and continue to live frugally. While all this is surely not appealing, sacrifice is an integral part of getting where you want to. Let me be clear, you don't need to sacrifice all the 15 things mentioned in this list, but you'd have to sacrifice most of them, and even some which might be important to you and cost a fortune. All your sacrifices are in the short term. Not forever. In the long term, you'll get all that you desire from life if you sacrifice today. Don't stress too much on sacrificing. Even rich millionaires love to spend some cash on luxuries to make the journey to riches easier. A cup of coffee from Starbucks won't crash your budget. Even if it's every day, it's all the unnecessary expenses along with your cup of coffee that crash your budget. My suggestion, pick what's important to you and spend on that. Scrap the rest, if that's coffee. Sure, buy that cup and enjoy its soothing taste, but don't indulge in a lunch outside or a huge apartment or a nice phone. You get the point. Spend on a thing which isn't that expensive, that which provides happiness, and don't ever spend on anything else, now. That's how you sacrifice while staying sane. What's the alternative to this life? Getting rich isn't for all. If you want to live a mediocre life, that's alright. But if you can't stop imagining the life you may have once you get rich, and if you're willing to put in the efforts and sacrifice the things which bring the most comfort to you, read each point slowly, carefully, and understand them as much as you possibly can. The alternative is trying to struggle all your life, always cursing someone else for your problems, trying your level best to pay loans without being broke, and budgeting every expense to ensure you have money left for your child's education. Yes. These are a few problems you're going to face sooner or later. Why not start now? Why not struggle a little bit more now, so that you won't have to struggle ever again? Why not give it your best today? Why not promise yourself that you'll never be short of money, and always provide everything your family wants? Don't say you can't do it, that's a lie. You don't want to do it, because you think you can't do it. I believe you can achieve massive wealth, and become a millionaire/billionaire in a few years if you start today. What sacrifices according to you is the bare minimum if your goal is to achieve financial success. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you found it interesting. If you have any comments or feedback regarding this video, please leave a comment below. We love to hear from our subscribers as it helps us create new content.